1, the first day of December. Merry December, everybody. Whew. It's very hot in here, I have to admit. How am I going to start this? I haven't prepared anything. I don't even have any intention right now. I just give everything to whatever this is, existence, God. I give everything, also this one that gives everything. I give all the responsibility to the Almighty. What's going to happen? I have nothing here now. Just pure pure. I am Santa Claus. And you are whatever your name is. I am the hero of my journey. I have quite a track record. I have been delivering presents all over the world for many, many years. I don't know even how many. Hundreds of years, probably. Thousands of years. Maybe, I don't know. And you have your journey. We are heroes of our journeys. It's common in both of us. Here's an I and there is an I. And we have our own perspective. I have my perspective right here. Talking to you, trying to convey something to you. And you are there listening, maybe trying to receiving something from this character there. So then you can apply this information and every kind of thing that comes from here, experiences, beliefs, whatever they may be. So energetically you will receive them then and apply somehow. It resonates or you are able to apply it to into your life. So you are able to somehow function better in the world or in your life. Become happier, more peaceful. Maybe something like that. And I am here with my purpose to deliver something to you over there. I am Santa Claus. So what can I offer you then? What can I offer you? If there's actually nothing here right now. Well, maybe there comes an idea that if you have nothing to offer, why don't you just shut up and go watch TV or something? Good point. I. What could I offer you? I am Santa Claus and you are who you are. With your background, I'm with my background. Maybe I can provide some experiences, opinions. About what? There should be some context or topic. One topic that I like very much, I love, my passion is for it, is truth. Truth. Absolute truth, if we want to be accurate, but I think there is only one actual truth. We can also talk about relative truths, but there can only be one truth. Or then we have to define truth. If we say there's 8 billion different truths in this world, we have to define truth according to those terms. But what is absolute truth? Is there such thing? Or is it just an idea? What feels true? What makes sense? Is the truth something that is tied into the experience of a human being? What the human being can understand, relate to? That it says that, okay, this is the truth. For example, gravity. That things fall down like this. Actually, this is not falling, I'm putting it down like that. But if I take this face mask and it falls down, that's gravity. What is gravity? We have to make some kind of images, constructs about ideas, that we somehow formulate what takes place, what appears to take place in the physical world. We somehow transform it into some kind of language that we can then work with. But is that the truth? Is some kind of scientific formula? What is truth? And isn't this just some kind of philosophical thinking? Is it possible to come to a conclusion about truth in this realm that we are now working with? Ideas, concepts, philosophizing about this. If somebody comes and says this is the truth and we accept it, is that the truth really? What do we mean by truth? And can it be reached with this kind of philosophizing? If I come up with some kind of answer, a mental construct or idea, isn't it observable thing? Isn't it just a temporary image, observable thought or feeling about what is truth? Is it even possible in any way, somehow intellectually, come to some kind of conclusion what is truth? Just asking, because the idea comes, this could be the truth. Yes, somebody else comes with another idea. No, I think it's more like this. And the third one comes, yeah, but I think actually it's a feeling. Yeah, but I think fourth comes, and I think actually it can't be any of those things. It's just what is. But what's that? That's also a fourth person coming with some kind of opinion. Yes, and then all the participants of this discussion, they come into their own being, and maybe they verify, yes, that must be the truth. Everything that just is as it is the truth somehow. But what is that statement? What is that confirmation inside that, yes, this is, I agree? What is that? That isn't that just a movement, some kind of movement that just appears, that goes away? Like maybe tomorrow or in a few minutes, there is not even any remembering what was talked about. That maybe it has changed, that okay, now I think the truth is something else. Is truth something about being honest? That the opposite of truth is a lie? Is truth like that? That there can be something opposite to truth that is a lie? Does this existence work in that way, that okay, here's the truth and here's the lie? Or is that just inside the human realm, that when we have defined honesty and truth somehow being linked, which I feel it is also always linked into one's individual paradigm where he lives. He feels this is honest, this is most honest. And somebody else thinks, no, that's not as honest as you could be. You could be even more honest. And they both might agree that, okay, this guy is not honest at all. He's just lying. But what does this kind of situation has anything to do with truth? The first idea, the first thing, the actual experience of existence, that there is even any sense that there's some guy called Santa Claus or some guy called that, that there's any sense in that whole idea, there must be I. If there wouldn't be I, somebody who somehow experiences all this, if there wouldn't be that, what would be the point of anything? There must be some kind of sense, some kind of point. Life must make sense to me. Then I can relate to you, to Santa Claus. But is this so? Is this so? What is this I? Number one, it always comes up first. I. This world this experiencing is subjective, individual thing. Even if it's universal according to this individual, my worldview. Universality doesn't have just one meaning. Universality can mean many things, can mean different. I claim that it means something different to everyone. But you see, the problem here is that we are working in thoughts, concepts. It's all in thoughts and concepts. Maybe there's something that I'm saying here that you can't relate with. With something you can relate, and some things you can't. You disagree somewhat in some cases. Are we able to come into any kind of actual conclusion within this kind of tools, using concepts and ideas and thoughts? Identification. What is identification? If you don't know that you are identified with something, what to do? If you are identified being Santa Claus, what to do? Should there be done something about it? Well, if one wants to come into more natural state, more true nature, as I think we all do, because we read all these self-help books, we try to achieve something, some energy is always moving us forward. We go to reality TV shows, we want to learn about ourselves. There's a fascination about ourselves. Also, science and everything is about ourselves in the end. Maybe you can see through identification in some cases. You see, I'm not this character. I'm not this character. As character, yes, it's here. But actually, I can see that I'm identified. Maybe I could be even some guy just having a costume of Santa Claus and a fake beard or something. And then I could just see that I'm not actually that Santa Claus, I'm just acting Santa Claus. But what if that is also identification to something, when you see that actually you are not that role character? But what if that also who what sees this role character is still identified? Just as a moment ago it was just identification with being Santa Claus. Now there's the ability to see that's just a role being identified. I'm starting to speak more like ho ho ho, and I'm Santa Claus, identified with Santa Claus. And it's seen, it's an act. But what if that is a more subtle act, the one that sees this act of Santa Claus. What if, this might sound a little bit outrageous now, but what if this I, the feeling that I exist, I am, what if that's also an identification? Think about it. All the best.